We're back now with another salute to the class of 2020. My great pleasure to bring on some Manchester-Essex High School athletes, spring captains, as it were, what we've been talking about. And I'm going to take a little roll call here. We're going to start with who is not here. We're going to start with Hannah. Is Hannah here? Hannah's not here. So let's go to Olivia. Olivia Mariotti.
She's coming in late.
Oh, okay. How about Nils? I know you're here.
Here.
All right. Nils Taylor, who is captain of the tennis team. Isabel Amigo, lacrosse. Hi, Isabel. And Sydney Levasseur, softball.
Hello.
Did I pronounce your name right, Sydney?
Levasseur.
Levasseur, of course. You know, and my kids all pronounce it differently in Gloucester than anywhere else in the world. So thank you. All right. I want to welcome now the Director of Athletics at Manchester-Essex High School, Jordan Edgett. Jordan, welcome, and how are you?
Good. Thank you for putting this together.
I appreciate it. We all feel so much for these kids, the seniors especially, being robbed of their spring sports seasons, but also of all the activities they ordinarily would have. Your first year or second year at Manchester-Essex?
This is my first year at Manchester.
Well,
so
what a way
it's been quite the first year.
Yeah, what a way to start. I know that things went probably pretty smoothly in fall and winter, but a little bit about this spring season and about these kids that we're having on today.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why these fine young men and young women are part of this group. They're the best part about Manchester-Essex. You know, I'm always asked about how my new job is going, and you know, the answer is always about the students. By far, the best part about working at Manchester-Essex. There's the leadership, the discipline, the hard work that everyone puts in. It doesn't go unnoticed. So I thank them for all that hard work, and you know, I feel for them for losing their spring season. I can only imagine, you know, what they're going through. So we sympathize for you.
What are some of the things, qualities that Manchester-Essex looks for in a captain, Jordan? Because you know, leadership, athletic ability, that's part of it. But as we've been discovering as we go along here, these kids are made up of more than just that.
Right, and we want to build the culture, not just with you know, a sports program or athletic program, but you know, the whole the school, the whole community, being involved in the community. You know, the freshmen look up to the seniors and so on, and a culture is a huge part of Manchester-Essex, and I think that the seniors are doing a good job. They did a great job this year, and to pave the way for the underclassmen going forward.
Nils, to be a captain, I mean, as a freshman, you look down the road and you think, hey, am I ever going to be, where am I going to be? Am I going to make it? You know, these kids are so much older than me, and now here it is 4 years later. Tell me a little bit about what it means to be a captain, and maybe how you have been coping. I'm going to ask all you guys about this, how you've been coping with the lack of being able to participate this spring.
So first of all, I think being a captain is kind of just like being kind of one step further than just like the ordinary teammate. I still try and like picture myself as part of the team, because you're not in a separate group at all. Everyone's still like equivalent on the team. You just have to kind of lead the younger kids who haven't really had as much experience on the team. So you kind of just have to like show them the ropes, and I try and do it as like being their friend rather than like kind of being like the intimidating upperclassman, because I know when I was a freshman, I was kind of intimidated by the older kids, and so I kind of tried to eliminate that kind of barrier. I was captain last year, and so yeah, no, that's what I tried to do, and it was interesting last year on the team because we had no seniors, so like I had to kind of jump into the role a little bit early, but that means I was also closer in age to the freshmen and sophomores, so it was kind of easier to like lead them and kind of like be their friend, because I knew them better than I would someone who's 3 years younger than me rather than 2 and 1.
You know, that's a great point. That's a common trait I've noticed among kids is the ability to be able to bring the younger kids in as a senior and welcome them to be part of the team, and that's huge when you're joining a team, as you well know. Hannah Freeman is now here. Hannah on the sailing team. Hi, Hannah. Good morning.
Hi.
All right, we're going around now. Let's see who's next. Let's talk to Sydney. Sydney again, so that for Hannah's benefit, we're asking about what it means to be a Manchester-Essex spring captain and how you're coping with the fact that you didn't get to participate in spring sports, or anything else so far this spring. So Sid?
I agree with Nils a lot about like befriending all of your teammates, regardless of their role on the team, whether they're a starter or not, and whether they're a new player or not. We had a lot of younger girls last year and this year, and we ended up having like 8th graders starting. So I think it's really important to form a bond with everybody on the team, regardless of their role. And then how I'm coping, it definitely stinks that we don't have our spring year, especially since it's our last one. But it's hard not having that outlet too after having a bad day. But I think it's great that now everybody's like flocking to get outside and picking up new hobbies. So it opens up a new door, I guess.
Well, good point about having an outlet. That's one thing sports is, man. If you've got a bad day in class or at home or whatever, you can get out there and whack somebody or something in one way or another. So, except maybe sailing. I'll get to that in a second. I'm not sure how you do that. Isabel, captain of lacrosse team. You guys, I think, are among the toughest athletes there are. You play in the worst weather, and you wear very little warm clothing. So tell me a little bit about your experience as a captain and how you've been coping.
Well, I would just reiterate what everyone else has said about being captain, and definitely for me, I'm a leader by example. So I think showing the kids, the younger girls on the team and in our program, what it's like to be on the team is a big part. And then also just being really friendly and open so everyone feels welcome and they want to come back and they want to play lacrosse. And then to cope, the other lacrosse captains and I, Bridget and Lily, we've been leading workouts via Zoom a few times a week. So we've been all kind of getting together and working out together but not together, which has been really fun.
Yeah, I get you. And Jordan, please, if you need to step in, please do so at any time with these guys.
Sure.
Hannah Freeman, captain of the sailing team. So again, same question to you, what it means to be a captain and how you've been coping with the lack of being able to get out there.
Yeah, so I think being a captain is all about like being a leader both on and off the water. I think I'm like really most disappointed about like losing this season because we were really hoping to get a lot of the younger kids excited about the sport, and like getting to see their progress throughout the season is always really rewarding. And we're also a team that has middle schoolers. So we had 2 kids who were brand new to the team this year that joined as 7th graders, and we were really excited to see how much they were going to learn and grow. And like during our preseason that we had, it was really great to see like their excitement and how enthusiastic they were about the program. So I think that was like the biggest disappointment for us.
Jordan, I'm always amazed when these kids talk about teammates and younger teammates and bringing people in. I guess that's why they're captains, because when I played sports, man, it was my team. I didn't want to lose my spot, but these guys just welcome people and make them feel better. And I guess that's another reason they're captains.
They're great leaders. They're great people, and it's been good to see them be innovative and creative for ways to be in touch with their community and their teammates and their the freshmen even through this difficult time. And I think that leadership has made the experiences of those younger kids better through this difficult time.
By the way, guys, as a homeroom teacher, I have to let you know if you have to go to the bathroom, just raise your hand, please, and Mr. Edgett will write out a pass for you, and you'll be all set. Okay. So don't worry about that. Just go ahead with that. I'm going to reverse the order now. Hannah, I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to ask you to brag a little bit about, when you send off your resumes to colleges and so on, you want to highlight some of your accomplishments, and maybe if you could give me an accomplishment or two that you were most proud of, either individually or as a team, or one of each in your career in sailing.
I think a biggest highlight for us was qualifying for the Phoebe King Regatta I think it was April. We got to go to the event, which was in Annapolis, and there were 2 qualifying events. So like we went to the first one, we did really well, and then we went to the second one, which is the regional championship. And that was like a lot of pressure for us. It was our first time like doing anything that big. So it was a really great experience to be able to go there and do well and then qualify for the final.
Wow, that is really cool. All right, we're going to go now to Isabel.
I'd say for me, it would be winning last year we won D2 North Championship, and then we went all the way on to the final round of the MIAA tournament. And I think that as a team, that was just incredible because our season, we had started off really well. We had a down spell, and then we came back and ended up on top, and that was really amazing to see everyone's progress throughout that.
Who's your biggest rival? Do you guys play Marblehead or Newburyport?
Yeah, we do. I would say Newburyport and Ipswich are our biggest rivals. We did play Marblehead. We've played them on and off throughout my 4 years, but they're not technically in our league, so they're out of the league.
Right. Okay, over to Sid.
Mine would probably be securing a spot in tournament last year and the year before, because my sophomore year was the first time we'd actually done that in over 20 years. So that was a big deal for us. And then last year we actually won our first game in tournament, and we ended up having to play the first seed, Austin Prep, who won it all. So that was a really tough game, but we kind of held our own for a while.
That's something you're always going to remember. Congratulations on that. I remember when my daughter played lacrosse at Gloucester High School, and when they won, they finally qualified for a state tournament in her senior year, and they won one round, and you're going to remember that. That's cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and over to Nils.
Well, on the tennis team for the 3 or 4 years, I guess, that I've been on, we haven't had much like tournament success per se. But just like winning 3-2 in a match, because you play there are 5 matches that count, 3 singles and 2 doubles, and so winning the 3-2 matches and kind of watching, it's usually the third singles that plays last, and kind of watching either last year it's this Anton who was playing it, or no, that was not. Sophomore year
You guys play? Do you play Marblehead also?
Yeah, we do play Marblehead. And so yeah, it was kind of just watching those kind of 3-2 close matches where someone's able to pull it out at the end and
Excellent.
kind of get the win.
All right,
Hey, Rick.
Yep.
This just shows the character of Manchester-Essex students. You just gave them a platform to highlight their own accomplishments, and they just talked about their team. And I think that shows great character and shows a lot.
Absolutely, and again, that's consistent, and that's if you're a kid playing on the team, man, that's what you want for a captain, and because one thing about sports, even the individual sports, they're about teamwork. Yeah, great stuff, and I'm sure that's going to be even amplified more now when I ask you about your future. And we'll start back with Nils. What's coming up this fall?
So I'm going to Colby in the fall, and I'm not sure if I'm going to try to play tennis. I'm probably going to try and play squash while I'm there. But yeah, I'm not really sure what I want to major in or anything. So we're just going to see how it goes.
Hey, listen, you got time, man. Don't hurry. You got time.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Why'd you pick Colby? What do you like about Colby?
I really like the small school. I didn't want to go to a big school, and so Colby is small, but not like it's pretty small. It's not like extremely small. It's about 2,500 kids, and I don't know. I really like the campus and how it's kind of on its own. It's not in the middle of a city, so it's kind of its own thing, and you don't really have to leave the campus to do anything.
Well, Sydney's picked a small school too at UMass, huh?
Yeah, super small. I actually originally verbally committed to UMass Dartmouth to play softball there, but I eventually changed my mind for UMass Amherst just because of academics. I'm going to do mechanical engineering there, and it's really strong there, and just the whole package. I was definitely looking for a bigger school.
What do you think you want to major in?
Mechanical engineering.
ME, all right, that's great. I love it. Excellent. Isabel, and let me see here. Endicott College. Have you been to the main administration building at Endicott?
I have.
You ever watch the Harry Potter movies?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that main building. Reminds me of Hogwarts, with the staircases move and everything.
It does a little. Yeah, you're right. The inside is really nice. It's very old, kind of vintage.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tell us a little bit about Endicott and what you think you want to study.
I'm planning on majoring in biology. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with that yet, but there's a lot of ways I can take it. It's very open-ended. I committed in August to play lacrosse there, so I will be a member of the women's lacrosse team, and yeah.
Wow. Congratulations. That is tremendous. Jordan, man, these guys are unbelievable. And
Okay.
Hannah, another small school, Stanford. How'd you get to Stanford?
Yeah, I'm really excited about joining that team, and I'm on the sailing team there. I picked the school because I was so excited about how the team environment was when I visited, and I saw the way that like all the teammates were interacting, and everyone on the team just seemed like so happy and so excited about what they were doing and what they were working towards as a team, and I really liked that environment.
Unbelievable. And what do you want to study?
Political science.
Political science. All right. Well, you know what? We're looking for a woman president. Still looking for it. Jordan, any final comments about these great kids?
Well, again, I'd like to thank them for joining us, and I wish them the best of luck going forward. Obviously, as my job, I want to provide the best experience for the student athletes in high school, but it's also good to see student athletes like yourselves go on in college to play your respective sports, and everyone in this group, and Olivia's playing at Brown, is going to continue next year.
Wow.
I would also like to challenge you guys going forward to come back to campus next year, come to games, be a big part of the students' lives. I know that the juniors, the sophomores, freshmen, they appreciate seeing you guys next year. We want to build that community, that culture going forward. So I'd like to see you guys in the fall. I was bummed out. I couldn't watch you guys play. Your coaches and teammates talked highly of you guys individually. So I was bummed out myself that I couldn't watch you guys play, since I haven't seen you guys play yet. But I wish you guys the best of luck going forward.
We're trying to get a hold of Olivia. I think Olivia's trying to get on here. I'm trying to bring her in so we can talk with her for a second. And here she comes. Here she
There
comes.
is.
Hi, Olivia. I'm Rick. You hear me, Olivia?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, we're just finishing up, but we're going to let you. I want to meet you. Mr. Edgett was just telling us about your going to Brown and so on. We talked about what it means to be missing this year as a captain, and how you guys are coping. And I just wonder what your thoughts on how this spring has gone, because it's been so difficult.
Yeah, I know for us and our team, we were really looking forward to this season because we had a great lineup, and especially the majority of our team are seniors. So we were looking forward to having a good season. And I know it's sad for a lot of us, but thankfully I can go on and play in college. But I know for a lot of the kids, it was one of their last times to play like kind of team sport. So yeah, it's sad, but fortunately I have the opportunity to go on.
That's great. And I've asked the captains here about a highlight of their career, either personally or as a team. And is there something that jumps out to you in terms of playing tennis at Manchester-Essex?
Yeah, in 2018, our team won the state championships, and I think that will always be an amazing moment. It's one of the best moments I've had in high school. It was very special. We were such like a close team and everything. So yeah, I think that was probably the highlight of my season or my.
And what about next year? You'll be going to Brown. So what are you looking forward to down there?
I think obviously it's a rigorous academic school, but I'm just excited to continue tennis, and it's been such a big part of my life, and I can be part of a team again. And like playing high school was just like a tiny glimpse of what college is going to be like. So I'm very excited to play alongside I have a team and they're going to be my best friends, but I'm excited to meet new people there and new experiences and everything, which is exciting.
Absolutely. What do you want to study?
Maybe psychology or public health. I'm not quite sure yet, but
Public health. Yeah, well, I guess there's a need for each of those things going on right now.
Yeah,
hey guys,
exactly.
Yeah, wonderful to meet all of you. Very, very impressive. I have a suggestion. I think you should get a hold of all your teammates next year or sometime between now and the time you turn 50 and put together some kind of an alumni match against your arch rival, whether it's Beverly or Ipswich or whoever it is, and have that final damn game that you should have had this season. But I also know that the best is yet to come. Good Lord. Jared, as I'll give you the final word here, but every time I see captains like this, we're in good hands. I know the future is in good hands for us.
Yeah, I agree with you. They have a lot to look forward to. Again, challenge you guys to be involved at Manchester-Essex. The 4 years in college they say it's the best 4 years of your life. So go and enjoy it, work hard. And I know we just asked you about your college majors, but if you don't know or if you have no idea, don't worry about it, because even a lot of adults don't really know exactly what they want to do with their lives, even though if they're pretending that they do. So just go learn about yourself, explore your passions, and I wish you the best.
I haven't decided yet what I want to do with my life. So what Mr. Edgett said. And guys, believe me when I say the best is yet ahead. You've overcome obstacles. This is a big obstacle that you're overcoming right now. And bless you all, and may you have a great summer and a great future. And thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.